Indiana Fever writer is getting obliterated, and rightfully so. You cannot call Caitlin Clark fans the dark side of the fandom.
Thousands of fans has showed up and showed out for Caitlin Clark in Seattle.
Paint this Caitlin Clark and her new fans picture. It's easy. All you got to do is attack her fans.
A reporter just called Caitlin Clark's fans the dark side of the WNBA, and fans are furious. If you stand with Caitlin, drop a 100% in the comments right now. Let's make it loud.
Caitlin Clark participated in shoot-arounds, and I'm here to tell you it is legendary.
You have the biggest player in the league on your team.
The drama started when a reporter closely tied to the Indiana Fever published an article labeling Caitlin Clark's fans as the dark side of WNBA fandom.
You cannot call Caitlin Clark fans the dark side of the fandom.
You paint them as villains, and you say, look at all the team has gone through after overcoming all of those nasty Caitlin Clark fans.
Yes, the same fans who've packed arenas in every city, shattered jersey sales records, and turned WNBA games into primetime events. Instead of being praised, they're now being vilified.
Paint this Caitlin Clark and her new fans picture. It's easy. All you got to do is attack her fans.
This one line triggered an immediate and massive backlash online. Fans were stunned that their passion, the same passion that brought millions of new eyes to the league, was being painted as toxic. Many couldn't believe that instead of addressing the constant negativity Caitlin herself has faced from opposing players, teammates, families, and even other fan bases, the media decided to go after her supporters. And here's the irony. These so-called dark side fans are the only reason many people are even watching the WNBA in the first place.
Without speaking about all the attendance numbers that this team has still garnered because Caitlin Clark fans and supporters have fallen in love with this team and have followed this team even without her playing.
Caitlin Clark's fan base has become the fuel behind rising viewership, booming ticket sales, and sold-out arenas.
They had 19 turnovers without Caitlin Clark playing in that game. Multiple being unforced turnovers like stepping out of bounds or badly timed passes.
From Indiana to Seattle.
Thousands of fans has showed up and showed out for Caitlin Clark in Seattle.
The Caitlin Clark fans, the dark side. Because they're very passionate about a player, and yes, they've put their money where their mouth is.
To call them toxic, that's not just tone deaf, it's downright insulting. This wasn't just a one-off comment, it revealed a deeper issue. A clear disconnect between some media insiders and the reality of how important Caitlin and her supporters have become to the league. Fans aren't staying quiet anymore. They're clapping back, and rightfully so.
Indiana Fever media likes to do the same. Scott Agnes is getting absolutely cooked for this.
Let's set the record straight. The Indiana Fever's recent success didn't happen in a vacuum. The team is finally 4 games above, 500, something they haven't achieved in over a decade.
The Indiana Fever has come in 4 games over 500 for the first time in 10 years. This team has not looked this good in 10 damn years.
And what changed this season? Caitlin Clark. Her arrival didn't just shift the culture, it electrified the franchise. From the moment she stepped on the court, ticket sales soared, merch sold out, and national TV deals were locked in. For the first time in years, the Fever became relevant, not just to Indiana fans, but to basketball fans everywhere.
Indiana has a half a game behind both Seattle and Phoenix, so they really need this win tonight. So will I be shocked Caitlin plays? Yes, but that's how desperately they need this win to stay on the top of the rankings.
All of their games are the most watched on TV, and that's why 42 of their 45 games, including the Cup Final, are available to a national audience. It's because people have become invested in this team because of Caitlin Clark. Let's not get confused.
And here's what the haters don't want to admit. Even while she was out with injury, Clark's presence was still driving the numbers. Attendance didn't dip. The hype didn't slow down. Why? Because Caitlin's fans became Fever fans. They stayed loyal, supported the team, and filled the seats, not just for Clark, but for the jersey she wears. Yet despite all that loyalty, a narrative is now forming that these fans are outsiders or toxic, that they don't care about basketball.
I am so sick of the media trying to tell me that I'm not a basketball fan because I choose to follow a team because they got a transcendent star?
Let's look at the numbers. In Caitlin's absence, the Fever committed 19 turnovers in a single game, many of them unforced errors like stepping out of bounds or throwing bad passes.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever has fans globally, showed up and showed out in Seattle.
That's not an offense clicking. That's an offense missing its engine. Caitlin Clark doesn't just score, she facilitates, directs, and elevates everyone around her. And while she's had turnovers herself, most of them don't even lead to opponent points.
Caitlin do a lot of turnovers, bro, but they don't end up in points. A lot of her turnovers do not turn out to be points for the other damn team.
Unlike what we saw in recent games. And here's what no one's talking about. When Caitlin plays, the entire team plays freer. Aaliyah Boston gets cleaner looks. Kelsey Mitchell gets more space. The floor opens up. Yet instead of acknowledging how much Caitlin contributes to the team's rhythm and success,
Aaliyah Boston. Well, Aaliyah's not played so well since Caitlin's got hurt.
the media wants to reduce her to a sideshow and treat her supporters like villains. But the fans see through it. They know who's behind this Fever turnaround. And it's not just because of a few hot streaks. It's because of a generational player bringing championship culture, national spotlight, and accountability. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player on the team. She is the reason the team finally has a future.
You have the biggest player in the league on your team.
The media may try to bury that truth, but the fans are keeping the receipts.
They're going to fumble the bag. They're going to fumble the golden goose here.
Let's talk about the double standards. Because what's happening right now isn't just a one-off article or a bad headline. It's part of a pattern, a growing campaign to undermine, shame, and silence Caitlin Clark's fan base.
Do they sit back and talk about Caitlin Clark fans being quote-unquote dark?
While completely ignoring the toxic treatment Caitlin herself has endured all season long. Ask yourself this. Where was the outrage when Caitlin Clark was booed on the road in nearly every arena during her rookie season? Where were the articles when family members of her teammates posted shady tweets or liked posts throwing subtle jabs at her? Where were the media watchdogs when other WNBA players openly mocked her in press conferences?
You even dealt with some of it yourself with Dejanay Carrington. Super disappointed that you would put something out that continuously puts the same fan base who has been chastised for booing continually.
Or took veiled shots online. Not a word, not a headline, not even a footnote. But the moment Caitlin's supporters speak up, whether it's defending her from unfair criticism or questioning coaching decisions, suddenly they're the dark side, suddenly they're toxic. The hypocrisy is glaring. What makes it even worse is that some of these reporters are supposed to be close to the team. That means this narrative may not be just a media spin. It may be coming from within the organization.
Did this seep from the bowels of the management and the front office of the Indiana Fever? Surely they are not this dumb.
And if that's true, it's even more dangerous. Because it means the very people who benefit most from Caitlin's presence, who profit off her name, her image, and her fans, are the ones now turning on them. Let's be clear, calling for a coach to be fired is not toxic. It's called being a sports fan.
People might be talking, fire Stephanie White, and I'm going to get to you in a minute on this. Right here. You posted this. Absolutely, I saw that at Iowa too.
NFL fans do it. NBA fans do it. College fans do it.
Half the fandom wants Kyle Shanahan walked out the door today.
Every major fan base on earth calls out coaches, players, and organizations, especially when something feels off. So when Caitlin Clark fans question why Stephanie White's system doesn't fit Caitlin's strengths,
I'm not overly impressed with Stephanie White, and I don't give a shit that they're 16-12. I'm not. I don't think this offense fits Caitlin Clark.
or why Clark is used more as a decoy than a star, that's not toxicity. That's sports. That's passion. That's what keeps leagues alive. But some in the WNBA media, and even in the front office, want those fans to sit down, shut up, and just hand over their money. Buy the jersey, fill the arena, but don't criticize. Don't analyze. Don't speak up.
You can hear and see a lot of wallets slam shut. Oh, League Pass? Click. Nah. No. Merch?
That's not how real sports leagues grow. And this dark side label, it's not just an insult, it's an attempt to control the narrative, to keep new fans from feeling welcome, to paint Caitlyn's supporters as outsiders who don't belong, when in reality, they're the reason the league is finally breaking through. These fans aren't trolls, they're investors.
Passionate sports fans are not dark, are toxic.
They've poured their time, money, energy, and loyalty into this league because of one thing, Caitlin Clark. And instead of embracing them, the media is trying to divide them, to pit old WNBA versus new WNBA, to protect egos instead of growing the game. And let's not forget the media silence around real toxicity, whether it's political rants, personal attacks, or even inappropriate on-court behavior. Some players and fan bases have gotten away with everything, yet no one writes scathing columns about them. No one uses words like dark or toxic to describe them.
There's a lot of nastiness, almost entirely online, that comes along with that.
Caitlyn's fans are being called out, not because they're harmful, but because they're powerful, because they're loud, because they refuse to be silent while their favorite player is being mishandled, criticized, and used as a scapegoat. So here's the truth. The media is not ready for real fans. The league wasn't prepared for a star of Caitlyn's magnitude or for the millions who follow her.
If they're setting back because we're saying fire Stephanie White, or we're critical of one of the other players on the team, and that's a problem, then the Indiana Fever and the WNBA and their media covering it wasn't prepared to accept actual passionate sports fans.
But the fans aren't going anywhere. They've made it clear. They're here to stay, and they won't be gaslit into silence. Caitlin Clark didn't just bring fans to the WNBA. She brought a movement.
Caitlin Clark participated in shoot-arounds, and I'm here to tell you it is legendary.
A movement built on passion, loyalty, and love for the game. To call those fans the dark side isn't just wrong. It's insulting to everything they've helped build. But here's the thing. Caitlyn's fans aren't going anywhere. They're louder, stronger, and more united than ever. And if the league or the media can't handle that, that's on them. If you believe Caitlin Clark deserves respect, drop a 100% in the comments. If you believe her fans are the heartbeat of the WNBA, hit that like button. And if you're ready to see Caitlin silence the critics once again, make sure you're subscribed because the story's far from over. We've got your back, Caitlin, always.